guys, NautoAis here, and I want to give my thoughts on the Summer Game Fest 2025. And I have to say, you gotta give props to Jeff Keighley. He actually shows surprises. I was surprised for some of them, and let's just say that there's games for everyone there. So you gotta give him props. Yes, not a lot of people like Jeff Keighley. It is what it is, but anyway, I'm gonna give my thoughts on the game that I was interested in. I want to give my thoughts on, starting with Death Stranding 2. They introduced two new characters, Levi and Lucy. What's the story about? I have no idea. I still need to finish the first Death Stranding game. However, they will show more about this game later on in the month, so stay tuned if you're interested with the game. And then they showed more about Sonic Crossworld. So at least this time around, it's going to be Sonic and All-Star once again. Because the last game was just only Sonic characters. Now this time around, I did play the beta. It was fun, the idea of going to multiple worlds in the track. I like it. It's basically, once again, Sonic Transform. So it's not just Sonic characters, but it's going to be also other Sega characters. But they're also going to be guest characters. So first, they revealed 3 new characters that are non-Sonic characters. And it's Hatsune Miku, Ichiban, and Joker. So I was shocked. So kind of makes sense right now it's a Sega character. But they also revealed that Minecraft Steve is going to be also in the game. I have to say this. I know people probably going to get mad, especially those Nintendo fans. I'm going to say that Sonic Crossworld, it might be a competitor to the expensive, overpriced, not a lot of content Mario Kart World. But we just have to wait and see. It's going to come in like in fall. But they're going to reveal more characters. So let's see. I mean, Mario Kart World just has a bunch of Mario characters. That's it. Do I really want to play as a cow, a lobster, crab, Koopa, Goomba? I mean, I can tell you, I mean, you're not going to like it. I don't. I'd rather play as Minecraft Steve, Joker, Ichiban, but we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully that Sonic Crossworld is going to be a competitive to Mario Kart World, but time will tell. So the next one is, I'm surprised they're doing a sequel, Code Vein 2. It is a anime vampire Dark Souls game. I do play Dark Souls game. I tried it. I suck at it. I tried playing Elden Ring. I get my ass kicked. It is what it is. I'm just surprised they're doing a sequel. But hey, if you're a fan of this game, go for it. So they revealed more characters for Marvel Cosmic Invasion. So She-Hulk and Rocket Raccoon will be playable in this game. It is an awesome 2D classic nostalgic Marvel beat-em up. I mean, we played the one in the past, such as the Konami X-Men, Data East the Avenger, Sega Spider-Man, heck, Punisher on the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. It would be nice also, Predator vs. Alien, but, it is what it is. But, hey, better than nothing there. But really, really interesting. They showed more about Omnimusha Way of the Sword. This is the latest new installment for the game. So hopefully this one for me, it plays more like an open world style rather than tank control, because if you play the classic Omnimusha game, they were tank control. I mean, granted, the Omnimusha 3, at least you can use the analog stick to move around, but hopefully this one, it'll be more like open world style, like third person, hack and slash. And they also showed Kojiro, because you're playing as Miyamoto, so that's going to be interesting there. I don't know if it's going to be related to the Netflix show. We'll just have to wait and see. And then something interesting, a new IP. They call it Felt That Puppet. And it's Puppet meets Punch-Out. Yeah, it's a Punch-Out style game. But you're playing as a puppet that wants to box. But you're kind of like a little Mac. You're just scrawny. I don't know. I mean, there's even another one, the Grapple Baki, that's all sort of a Punch-Out game. Of course, it just released. Thunder Ray was also another one. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see what's it's about. But it's kind of interesting. That's why I want to just give my thoughts on Puppet meets Punch-Out. Okay, more info about, more updates on Wuthering Waves. Just, more content. Remember, it's a free-to-play game as a service. It's a hack and slash anime game. I mean, there's a lot of it on the PlayStation. Hoyoverse games and even other ones. But it is what it is. I mean, I played it. It's not that bad. Neo. It's a Metroidvania game, a new IP, looks interesting, cell shade. We just have to wait and see more about it. But when I first saw it, I'm like, yeah, that looks cool. And then I'm going to say this is like a spin-off game based on Blade and Soul. So Blade and Soul Heroes is sort of a Diablo-type free-to-play game. Maybe not, I don't know yet, didn't really say. but it looks sort of interesting. I mean, anime meets Diablo, but it is what it is. So this one, another free-to-play game as a service or whatever you call it, Crystal of Atlant. So I never really heard about this game. However, when I saw the trailer first, I saw, how come that enemy looks like something from One Punch Man? And I thought they just copying the villain. And then all of a sudden I saw Saitama, like, oh, so they're doing a collaboration with One Punch Man. So it is what it is. Am I going to be playing it? Probably not, but I mean, collaboration is always sort of good. So if you're a fan of One Punch Man, maybe you're going to try this game out. Who knows? It is what it is. And then another looks like a free-to-play game. And the way they showed it's like you create your own character. You create your own character in the world of Deadly Seven Sin. So yeah, based on the anime that's on Netflix, awesome anime, highly recommended. Of course, there's a new one now. It's like Four Nights of the Apocalypse. It's a still ongoing series. So what it looks like for the trailer is that you create your own character and you team up with the Deadly Seven Sin. I don't know, but I mean, looks interesting. And then the next one is Mina the Hollower. So more info about it. So this is from the same people who did Shovel Knight Yacht Club. What it is sort of a homage to the Game Boy Link's Awakening. You play as a mouse that, you're in a journey, you're in an adventure. So, I mean, looks like it's interesting to play. Just can't wait and see once it gets released. And then another new game, there's sort of a Diablo type hack and slash. Towa and the Guardian, anime aesthetic design, and plays like a Diablo game. So again, another one that you have to wait and see if it's fun or not. And then a sequel to Scott Pilgrim, the beat 'em up game, called Scott Pilgrim EX. And apparently this one now is that you battle through time and space, but it's the same concept to beat 'em up. And you get to play as 5 different characters. That's according to Jeff Keighley. But I'm surprised. A sequel Scott Pilgrim game, so why not? And then they finally revealed the release date for Mecha Break. So this one was in the demo. Never had a chance to play it. I did talk about this on the Xbox Showcase. I think this is an Xbox exclusive. And it's a hack and slash mecha game, like virtual on to some extent. But the interesting part is that the pilots are female, so if you're one of those gooner type, you know what I mean. But anyway, so they showed the trailer and they revealed the date. It's going to be coming out on July 1st, 2025. So, props there. And then the last announcement I want to give my thoughts on are awesome. And even for me, awesome. Can't wait for it. So, first of all, Resident Evil is going to be celebrating its 30th anniversary on March of 2026. Again, I do play Resident Evil game. You saw me doing showcase and trophies, but I suck. Do I like playing them? Not to some extent. Am I a fan of the franchise? Not really, but I can play them, but I rather not to, but whatever. So the voice actress of Lady Dimacris was promoting sales on Resident Evil. So what's that about? Probably it's a nothing burger. But then later on, she came back and announced that the producer for Resident Evil announced it's going to be a new game. So he said that it's going to be announced before March of 2026. Like, all right, so whatever. That's going to be awesome. So we're going to go back to this one because the last game they showed was apparently the new game, but I'll talk about it later. So since it's still sort of a Capcom vibe, they revealed Street Fighter 6 Season 3 characters. And yes, apparently the leaks were true. So the characters are Sagat, Crimson Viper, Alex, and Ingrid. So at least somebody from Street Fighter 4, somebody from Street Fighter 3, and then Sagat, come on. It's sort of a Shoto, but it's a Muay Thai. And of course, the last character, I can't really say it's a new character or not because she was in Capcom Fighting Evolution that people don't like. And then of course, she was in Street Fighter Max or in Japan, Double Upper. Hopefully, they'll bring that PSP game on PS5, PS4 console at least. That would be nice. Trophy-wise, whatever, because that game is fun. I like it. It's like the definitive version of Street Fighter Alpha 3, but that's beside the point. They might do it. We'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully, Capcom, please. But yeah, so what does it mean now that Ingrid's going to be Street Fighter 6? Are they going to talk about Capcom All-Star? Are they going to talk about Capcom Fighting Evolution? Just have to wait and see because on Twitter, they show the characters released. And yes, no surprise, Ingrid's going to be the last character. Kind of makes sense with this one because she's sort of unique. You have to start with somebody like most popular, so it's Sagat, and then someone like mid-tier, Crimson Viper, and then Alex, and then Ingrid's going to be the last one. But props to them. Moving from Capcom, RGG Studio revealed Project Century. So it was first revealed in the Game Awards 2024. So at that time, takes place in 1914, but in a Yakuza world. It does look like a Yakuza world. I'll explain it later. However, the latest trailer, they sort of changed them around. So I noticed on the trailer, the place kind of looked like Sobentori. I could be wrong, but I'm going to guess that it is in the world of Yakuza. Makes sense, but just in 1943. But yes, so I did say the year. They changed the year from 1915 to 1943. Why? I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see. So 1943, Sobentori. And they finally revealed the title, and it's Stranger Than Heaven. What does it mean? I don't know. Is it related to the Like a Dragon series? Who knows? Just have to wait and see, but it looks good. So now, going back again with the Resident Evil. So Jeff Keighley revealed this new trailer. So at first I'm like, man, this trailer looks good. It's so 60 frame. It looks like something that's made in Japan. It's so smooth. And then it was like, okay, this is kind of weird. It's like weird, eerie, X-File, horror stuff. And I'm trying to understand like some weird heebie-jeebie horror vibe. And then all suddenly they were showing a lot of this weird trailer. And then suddenly I saw the Raccoon City police station in ruins. Because apparently Raccoon City is ruined. Because if you know the story from Resident Evil 2, there was a bomb sort of, and it ruined the city. So it's a ruined city. And then they show the title. So yes, credit to Dusk Golem, Resident Evil 9, or what they call it, Resident Evil Requiem. So you gotta give props to him. He did say that there will be some sort of Resident Evil revelation, and he did. So apparently, who's the main character? As of right now, no one knows, but they introduced new characters. So supposedly, according to Dusk Golem, it's gonna be Leon once again, finishing the Leon trilogy apparently. So Resident Evil 2, and then Resident Evil 4, because that's the connection with 2, believe it or not. I mean, granted, Resident Evil 6, but come on. That was like more like a Call of Duty action game. It was weird. I played it. Should have been a spin-off. If it was a Resident Evil spin-off, it probably would have made more sense, but it is what it is. It was a different producer. They were going for a different audience, and oopsie there, but it is what it is. So they are going to go back to the horror aspect, just like Resident Evil 9, heck, 7, just like Resident Evil 7 and 8. And from what I understand, according to Dusk Golem, also with this one, is that hopefully, and this is hopefully is true, because I'm not going to lie, I tried playing Resident Evil 7, I can't do the first person. I know they're trying to follow the PT vibe thing. Didn't really work. They did it also with Resident Evil 8. People didn't play it because of the first person. Doesn't really work. I tried it. You can see some shows on my extended channel. In the long run, let's just say that I got dizzy. Of course, they put in the third person mode. Awesome. So a lot of the reporters are saying that according to Dusk Golem, that it will be going back to third person. It's going to be like Resident Evil 2. Hopefully, because nobody wants to play that in first person. I'm sorry. I mean, you could probably do first person, like trying to aim, like dead aim, but we'll just have to wait and see. So yes, Resident Evil Requiem, the latest Resident Evil game, that's going to be interesting. Am I going to buy it? No. To some extent, no, because I still have to play Resident Evil 3. I got that like super cheap, along with Resident Evil 4 and Village. I haven't even played it yet. I told you, I'm not a fan of this game, but a friend of mine, he saw it super cheap and he bought it. I'm like, whatever. So anyway, there you go. My thoughts of the Summer Game Fest 2025. I gotta say, it has game for everyone. Yes, great to be a gamer, I can say. A lot of surprises, a lot of new info that people wanted. Yeah, I know the biggest one that probably people are disappointed is, where's Silk's song? People keep talking about that. There's like sort of a meme about it, but whatever. I mean, just be patient. Eventually, maybe the Game Awards, Gamescom, I don't know. Anyway, that's my thoughts about the Summer Game Fest. I would give it a grade, an 8 out of 10, because there is a lot of surprises. Whether you like Jeff Keighley or not, he does deliver. So props to him. So with that, I'll see you guys later.